Alrighty. So this week, this week there is so much like collaborative kind of energy. Yeah, like the top thing I wrote was like collaboration, communication, community, spending time with loved ones and people. Feel like this is an energy that it's like a build on, and I don't even remember what was last week, to be honest. I don't I don't remember, but it just feels like yeah, the image that I'm getting, it's like there's been like I don't even know how to describe this, but it's like when there's like this small wave or the wave is just starting to like form and it looks small, but you can see all that energy behind it and it like you can tell it's like a small wave that's gonna turn ginormous. That's kind of what it feels like is happening because I am seeing again a lot of consistent things the last couple of weeks. And I'm just like, my gosh, I think this is just like a continuous build on to what's happening, which is like really good because a lot of this has to do with like the feminine conscious awakening because it is happening within all of us. Some people are more aware to it, and some people are just kind of beginning on that journey, right? But yeah, so this is what you can expect this week. Again, I do feel like I said, these are probably themes that you have been seeing the last couple of weeks. And this is just a continuous build on and it's like the energy is getting bigger and I feel like this is amping up to the new year, because again like I've mentioned many times 2025 is a year 9 which is all about endings, like a lot of things coming to an end and I know that first of all I know a lot of people have experienced endings in their life, right? Some more than others. Like some people, it's just been like oh, something small or just like one thing. And it could have been one thing that's kind of big, but there's quite a few of us that have experienced a lot of endings, like a lot of endings where it's like your old life was completely thrown out and this new one is just forming. Oh my god, now I understand the wave analogy. Oh my god, that makes total sense. Yeah, it's like this small wave, right, which is the new beginning, is starting to form, right? There's this like momentum behind it, and it's just starting to form and like rise up. But you can tell there's so much energy behind this like small wave that it's going to turn like this huge, ginormous wave, right? And that's how like your new life and new beginning is starting to start. It's like you've been cultivating a lot of energy, right? You've been consciously putting out your intentions of like calling things in, right? Planting your seeds. And yes, it's been taken a while. I get that. A lot of us had to learn patience this year as well. Patience, discernment. There's been a lot of lessons. I know for myself that I have been going through, and making you into like this new person that will finally be able to live and really appreciate the life that you've been wanting to call in, you've been wanting to live, right? And so because you have put out so many intentions and seeds, it's like the energy is just starting to form, it's starting to sprout. Those seeds are just like they're starting to sprout, but you don't know. It's like what's gonna pop up, it's gonna be like the most abundant trees that are producing a lot of like abundance and opportunities for you. Like it's just like you don't even know what's about to come. You don't even know like how these seeds are just gonna grow really quickly into something. Right now, it's like yes, the energy is still building. It's still coming in. I almost feel like this is like almost like a channeled message in a way in this weekly like energy update, but it needed to be said, obviously, since it came through me. Um, so, like I said, collaboration, communication, community, spending time with loved ones. You can kind of expect that this week more so. Um, creativity. I love this. Love this. Love this. Like I love this creative energy. Um, it's still continuing. And it's like I've been mentioning this, guys. Like I've literally been mentioning this. So if you know and you've been here and you've been watching and you're like connected to this creative energy, you're in this. Like you're tapping into your life force creative energy. So again, this is something that you're stepping back into, you're creating whatever that is. It doesn't matter what it is. You can create so many different things, right? But this is feeling like yes, you might have started your own project. Like you're creating something, you're cultivating something on your own. You have been for some time, but because of this like collaboration and community energy because it's really strong. It's really, really strong. I think a lot of you are just realizing it's like, yeah, you could create alone, sure, but it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of effort. It's a lot of like your resources that you have to pour into creating this thing when it's like you're realizing, wait a minute, like I have this beautiful idea. There's other people that can come in and offer their gifts to whatever I'm creating, right? So a lot of this is feeling is like, yes, it could have started out solo, whatever you're creating, but it's opening up, like you're opening up that vessel in a way and inviting people to come and collaborate with you, to come and create with you. And it's like, this is where it turns into magic. This is where it turns because it's like everybody has their own strengths and gifts and they get to offer that into whatever you're putting out there. So it's I don't know, I'm like enjoying this time. Like yes, I know there's a lot of upheaval, but like in the background there's this new energy that's really starting to form. And yes, it could still look smaller than all the chaos, but again, with this again, the only reason for the chaos is because there's changes that need to be happening and they are happening. But in that midst of that chaos, there is that birth of something new and that is starting to happen. That is starting to come in. It is starting to form. Is it going again, going back to that wave analogy that I used? It's like it starts this like this small wave, right? That water is like collecting to make it like big, right? But right now it's not there. The potential's there for it, but it's on the small scale. It's just starting to form and it needs more of that momentum and energy, which there is. There is that energy and momentum behind it, which will grow bigger. Again, this will take a little bit of time, which is fine. Um, we're all building a new foundation and structure and that takes time when it's based on true stability. Like it takes time to create a stable foundation. um which okay, so this is This is connected to, like, that feminine energy, right? Because the feminine energy is creative. She is creative. She creates. The masculine is who, like, supports that structure. Oh my god, yeah, like, wow, I'm, like, really tuned into this because I'm understanding what is happening. It really is like, this wow. This doesn't even feel like it's a I mean, it is a collective weekly prediction, but it feels like it's really mixed in with a channeled message because this makes sense why so many of us have been coming into inner union with ourselves, right? Balancing the masculine, feminine polarities within, because again, we need both. We need both to create harmony, to create the things that we want in this world. Um, and a lot of us have been coming into that. A lot of us have been realizing, like, hey, we can't stay in one energy. We can't, just be in our masculine or wounded masculine. And we can't just be in our wounded feminine or just our feminine, right? We need to be balanced. And yes, I've mentioned many times, women do tend to, um, connect with their feminine essence a lot easier, right? And men tend to connect to their masculine essence a lot easier, as it should, because then you bring both of those polarities together, and it's like it creates it creates worlds, it creates magic when both people are in that healthy state, right? But yeah, this is kind of what's like it's starting to come. I feel like a lot of people are just gonna start seeing examples of it a lot more, you know? Yes, it's still small, but it's coming, you know? Because that feminine energy is really growing strong. Like I said, it's that wave, it's that momentum. It's growing stronger. It's awakening in a lot of people, both men and women. And it's that energy of creation, but obviously when we're creating stuff, that masculine does need to come in and support that and stabilize that and make it also come into fruition, right? So it's I feel like we're going to start seeing the reflection of a lot of us who have been doing the work on ourselves, like we're going to start seeing that on the outside. Like we are being called to come in and, come together to put those energies together and start creating stuff. It's like bringing it into fruition, right? Um but with the feminine energy that is growing, like just expect also like some really strong heartfelt emotions, but this is where the masculine comes in. Expect that like heart opening, heart awakening, deep, beautiful, intimate, heartfelt emotion, but it is grounded with that grounded, discerning, masculine energy, right? Like not to get gosh, and I don't even know how to put this properly so it doesn't, get confusing. Like, to not get lost in that emotion, but I don't like that almost sounds bad, but it's not bad. It's just that level of discernment needs to be there, especially for people who are starting to enter relationships and starting to create or like starting to potentially work with other people in like in a collaborative way. It's like feel it with your heart, of course, but step back, ground. See if that feeling still like stays with you, still is there, right? Don't act so impulsively on that feeling. Just stay grounded as well. Be like I don't know if I made a message about this, but it does feel like it's basically connected to like don't give away your trust so easily because a lot of you, because you are coming into the feminine energy and you're shining so brightly, I've mentioned this many times, when you shine that brightly, you will attract everything to you. So it's like it's important to use that level of discernment and being grounded in your choices and your actions and your decisions, because it's like, okay, is this really for me? Like, I'm sure you guys could have thought about, like, the situations in the past where you've made decisions very rapidly and very quickly, and yes, they were heart led, but it's like that masculine didn't come in just to be like, "Wait, wait, 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 whoa." Like, yes, you feel these things, absolutely, but, like, hold back a little bit, like, just see if this is truly aligned, right? So that's kind of what I mean, right? It's like, I'm not saying not to follow your heart, but it's just like, feel it and then lean back and be like, "Okay, is this still true for me?" Like, you don't have to make a decision rapidly, right away, this week. Like, if you are speaking with someone and it is like a collaborative thing or it's a relationship, it's like, cool, I feel those things, but let me lean back a little bit. Let me see if this momentum builds, right? Um, and I feel like a lot of you are doing that because, again, so many of you are truly balanced in that feminine and masculine polarity. Um, so for this week, it's also like there's this energy of like working hard on something that you're creating. Again, coming back into whatever you're creating. And you could actually feel both your solar plexus and sacral chakra activating this week. So there's a lot of like that fiery, warm energy and emotion. It's funny because I actually did hear someone today talk about how they're starting to feel this. And they're like, it's not coming from here, but it's coming from here. And it's such a yummy energy to be in when it's not like coming from the brain. It's coming from that, the chakras where it's like where creation actually exists. It's like, whoa, I have so much energy that I can do this. I can go and like build a house type of thing, right? So a lot of you are tapping into that and you're just like, you're on fire. You're on fire, you're creating, you're magnetizing. Wow. It's an awesome energy. So just expect a lot of that fiery action oriented energy. But this is where the feminine comes in. Do you see how it's like it's a constant like balancing of these energies? Um, because the next point that I wrote, it's like, yes, you're in that energy. Yes, like use it. Absolutely. If you feel it, like, and it's brewing in your solar plexus and sacral chakra, and you're just like, okay, I gotta do it. I have the energy, I can do it, right? Just make sure to balance yourself, right? Like giving yourself a break, looking within, grounding, and still cultivating your connection with the divine. Because I know that a lot of you have been cultivating that. And I feel like your devotion to the divine and what you've been like creating this connection stronger to the divine, you've been experiencing like a lot of like signs and synchronicities and receiving that, and it's like you're finally understanding. It's like, oh my gosh, this connection is actually real and I can trust it. I can trust it. And so it's so important for you to still make time to deepen that connection, because that is the connection that is also leading the way to your highest timeline, to your highest potential, aligning you with the right people and the right opportunities. So just remember to balance out that energy, right? Feel it, use that fiery energy, but always come back. come back, ground yourself, reconnect to yourself, to your heart, and feel like what's the next right move. And pay attention, keep paying attention to like signs, synchronicities, downloads, because that is how the divine communicates to you. Um, so along with the energy of like collaboration, communication, spending time with people, it also could just mean like you're meeting new people. You're meeting new people, more like-minded community, friends, potential collaborations, and like people who feel like family. Because I know a lot of you have been feeling kind of like, am I the only one? Am I the only one that thinks this certain way and is aware of all these different things and everyone else seems like they're not? Like I get it. I get that this journey can feel quite lonely and isolating when, you know, you're aware, you're conscious and aware, and then, perhaps your old community wasn't. But I'm telling you, you are aligning to the right people. They're starting to show up, and you could be just experiencing it this week, meeting more people, whether that's online or through person, right? Because it could be like, you're collaborating with someone that you're meeting online and you're having a chat and seeing where it goes. It's happening. It is happening. I really feel like, especially coming into the new year, again, that's a 10/1, which is all about new beginnings. And there's a lot of like that new energy. So I do feel like it's just, like I said, back to wave analogy. It's like it's just gonna grow more and more. And it's like, do I feel like it's gonna peak in the beginning of 2026? No, but again, there's going to be more energy. That this wave is building up slowly. I think it's important for, that to happen, because that's how like you test out this structure, this foundation. Like, can this new life really be supported on this new structure, right? So it has to be slow. It has to take its time, so that like there's nothing misaligned in this like new life that is being created for you. Um so yeah, I feel like I kind of mentioned this, but I basically wrote new opportunities, money, abundance, and projects. Um yeah, a lot of you are just moving away from stress and overwhelm and into these new beginnings, like into the new beginning energy. So again, I get that the last couple of weeks or months, it could have been a little bit stressful and, overwhelming, when you're like, I've lost so much. I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm trying this, I'm trying that, nothing's working, yada yada yada, right? And again, there's a time, there's a season for everything, and you just have to trust. And you have been learning that trust. You've been learning that patience and that trust in the unknown, and surrendering all of your expectations and just being open to what comes in. And you are moving away from that stress and overwhelm, and it's like these new beginnings are happening. Again, it can happen very slowly and with like this one thing, but I'm telling you, it's like a lot of you are coming into that, truly. um yeah, so I kind of mentioned also this. It's like so many of you are moving out also of the wounded feminine and into this healthier, powerful aspects of the feminine, where it's like it's balanced with compassion and boundaries, right? Creation and structure, work and rest, heart and discernment. So, like literally feminine and masculine polarities within. Um, And a lot of you are just yeah, it's like this new evolved version of yourself, which you've never been, and because you've never been that and you are becoming that, it's like the life you're gonna experience is gonna be so, so different and so, so good, and it's exciting. Um, okay. Yeah. So with this new beginning, so like I said, it can be something small that comes in, something like this one thing that comes in that starts your new beginning. Interesting. Okay. I'm just kind of tuning into this. Um, so I almost want to say like this new thing that comes in into your life, whatever that is, right? Opportunity, person, relationship, whatever that is. This is how some of you can actually know that this is the start of like a new beginning because this new thing that comes in can actually spark old wounding and fears, like from whatever you experienced in the past. So just be aware of the old patterns that are arising to the surface, and they're only arising to the surface in order to protect you, right? It is that protective energy. Just be aware of that. Like I'm not telling you to completely dismiss it. Just be aware like, if something new comes in and then all of a sudden all this like old wounding and fear come in, just hold space for it. Don't push it away. I never advocate for that. But just be aware of it. Just be like, okay, this is interesting. This is here. Why? Like, sit with it, be with it, understand it, alchemize it, integrate it. But, but this is also what I mean. It's like this new thing can feel exciting and like it's for you. Um, But because you've balanced out yourself, it's like you're no longer rushing into it. You're no longer jumping headfirst into this thing and being like, "Yes, perfect. This is so aligned." Yada like you're just like, "Okay, this feels aligned, but I'm going to be discerning." Like, I don't have to rush into this. I've been waiting months, weeks for something to come in, and I'm okay for this to take a little bit of time, basically, is the energy. It's like, okay, cool. Let me see if it still sticks. Let me see if it aligns. Let me see how this grows. I don't have to completely rush myself into it, right? But again, this is how it's like you know if it's aligned because if it's aligned, it will wait for you. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't have to it's almost like the energy before was like you rushed into it because it's like you got scared that you would miss it and it would go away. But now it's like you're realizing that when something is truly aligned for you, it will wait for you. It's not going to just run the other way. It's going to be like, "Okay. All right. Like let me prove whatever this new thing is, right? The energy is like, let me prove to this person that I'm here. Like, you are aligned to me. And so, whatever time you need, I'm going to be here. I'm solid. I am for you. That's how you know when it is aligned for you because when something is truly aligned for you, it's not going to run away. It's not going to go away. It's going to wait for you, right? It's just going to, oh my God. Like, I'm just really feeling into this energy and that's how you know. And it's like you know that. So it's not like you're jumping into this thing because it's like, okay, I need to get it, I need to have it, I need to hold it, I need to grasp it, I need to contain it because it's gonna run away. You're just like, no, if it runs away, it's not for me. So if I miss it and it can't wait on me just to make sure that this is aligned, then it's not aligned. And you're okay with that. Like this is the first time in your life where it's like you're actually okay with this potential thing going away because it's like I've already waited for so long for something to come in. I'm not just gonna like, you know, completely devote myself to it unless it shows to me that it's really there for me. This is an amazing energy, by the way. Like, this is such a healthy, mature energy, truly. So good on you. Good on you if you're there. Because you've literally matured into this completely different version of yourself. And it's I'm telling you, because of this energy, because you're tapped into this, like the stuff that's going to come into your life, like everything, people, opportunities, career, whatever you're calling in, it's like it's for me. It's for me. Like it's aligned, Um anyway, it's a really good energy, truly. So if you're feeling it, good on you. Good on you. The numbers 3 and 4, which like oh my god, this is like perfect. So 3 is like creation, creativity, feminine consciousness, and collaboration, right? The energy I've been mentioning. And then 4, which you could also kind of put that in the masculine category, it's about stability, foundation, structure. It's literally both energies. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Um, and the animals were lion and bee. So lion is courage, heart-centered leadership. It's like the healthy masculine, kind of it's like that's connected with that 4 energy. And then bee, community, sweetness, collaboration, like that feminine. Again, it's all just balanced. It's amazing, honestly. Wow, I felt like this was definitely like more of a there's a little bit of like a channeled message in there because again, I wasn't tapping into that energy until I started doing this. And I'm like, whoa, this energy is like I might have to do a separate one because I'm like really tapping into that and that feels really, really good. Alrighty, guys, that's what you can expect this week. Please let me know how this resonated and yeah, what you're creating because I know I can see within my own circle that a lot of people are tapping into this creation and it's I love it. I love seeing people create magic. It's amazing. I love it. Alrighty, sending you so much love, and I'll see you on the next one.